Thank you.
Yeah, here we are with Foxy Brown. Thank you so much for being here. You look great, but I'm never going to lend you another dress of mine. But what were you saying about that? Really blows me away, because in that video you all were dancing on ice.
On ice, and I was sitting in like an ice chair, freezing, literally.
Oh my God.
Like had burns, and we had metal on, so it was just like terrible. But it looked good. So.
How long did it take to do that?
24-hour shoot straight.
Wow, 24 solid
24
hours on ice. Well, you are a trooper, aren't you?
I tried.
That would be incredibly hard. You know, I was asking you over there, what does it feel like to be this successful and this famous? You're 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What would that be like?
Thank you. It's a blessing from God. That's all I say. It's a blessing. I just happen to be fortunate and, you know, and talented. Yeah, and I just have to use that to the best. Thank you. And use it to my best of my ability. Thank you.
So it is 16 years old is when you started.
I started at 16. 15 turning 16. Yeah.
Wow. So it only took you a couple of years.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I was reading in this Vibe, which I love this magazine. That's an awesome. What's the matter? You don't like that?
No, I like it. It's very controversial, but I like it.
Why is it controversial?
I mean, because I'm doing something that rappers have never done before.
And what is that?
And that's like
being
girl? Very, exactly. Because the stereotypical thing to do being a rapper is to dress down and be hard. And, you know, I wanted to get my message across that you can be a lady, you can be sexy, you can throw in a bikini, you can throw in a sweatsuit and still be fly and not have to, you know, be dressed as a guy to be recognized.
We like that.
Your audience is great.
Sexy. Isn't my audience great? Very sexy. I was reading in here, though, I thought that this was pretty telling. I loved this. Here you were like 5 years old when Madonna was big and 8 years old when Janet Jackson did, you know...
Control.
Yeah, Control. So that's the stuff that you grew up with, and that's like, everybody looks at you and they're like, how do you get that confident and that together with your sexual stuff and your woman stuff? Because look what you grew up with.
Well, I was raised in a house that was very open. My mother was, you know, very open with us. It wasn't, you know, we always felt we can talk about any issues and anything that, you know, came up in the house. And I was raised on Pam Grier movies, you know, Foxy Brown and Coffee and, you know.
And then that's where you got the name.
Exactly. And I always said if I ever made it, I would want to take that name because I felt that she represented a strong black woman. And I loved the way she...
And she's your idol like she is my idol. She's one of my idols.
She's like a second mother to me now.
That's so cool.
It's great.
Pam Grier is so fierce and so far ahead
of... fly. Like, who is touching her right now? Like, she's dope.
Like for 30 years ahead of everybody.
Dope.
And also you're friends with another friend of mine who's Millie Jackson, who's like 100 years ahead of her
I love
time.
Millie Jackson. And in my articles,
she told me that you call her mother.
Yes, and I always bring those names up because people always harp on the fact that she's young and how can she be talking about such explicit lyrics? And I'm like, Millie Jackson, Pam Grier, they were all doing the same thing. There's no different from what Madonna's doing to what Courtney Love is doing now. You know, it's just different eras.
But we never really got to see like an African-American girl or a woman do it, did we?
Do it like that, yeah.
No, we never got to see this before.
And that's why I'm trying to break barriers. I'm trying to show people that it can be done. It can be done.
How do you get, this is so nosy, but how do you get like that okay about sex? I mean, because I'm 46 years old and it still freaks me out and scares me. I can hardly, how do you get that okay?
Because it's, I mean, it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing, right? We wouldn't be here without sex. I mean, it's just a part of nature.
I know. Okay, I know all that, but then to go out there,
free and open.
Yeah, and to write the way you write.
Because I've never felt sheltered. I never felt like I was never a child who had to be like, I can't talk to my mother about wearing condoms. I always came like, Mom, I kissed somebody, and Mom, I think I'm ready to explore. And she was always like, okay, well, these are the precautions. So I've always been open with my sexuality, not to feel like, you know, I need to be like covered up. And, you know, I mean, like I said, you can be in a jogging suit with some glasses, a bikini like I am on a Vibe cover, or how I am now and still be the same person. Like I'm Foxy when I wake up in the morning, I'm Foxy.
I'm just intrigued by the attitude. I just love the attitude. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
To meet you. When we come back, the star running back from the Atlanta Falcons is going to show us how to do the dirty bird. So don't go away. He's showing me how.